Have you been feeling worthless lately? Or have you been struggling to find your place in the world that only measures your achievements in external values? Well, it's time to snap out of it, because today we're delving into the harsh reality of understanding your actual value. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel in which we explore topics that can enrich your life. Today we're delving into a topic which I think is always so skimmed over, but it's understanding your value. So get comfortable, grab drinks, grab your treats. I've got a cake. As usual, angels, I've split the video into following sections, so skip to whatever part you feel like you need to listen to. Section 1 is defining value. When we talk about value, it's more than just a kind of vague concept. Instead, it's actually the essence of who we are as individuals. The term value kind of encompasses our skills and our achievements and our experiences and unique qualities, and it kind of puts it into one. And that's what makes us who we are. It's also about recognizing the worth that we bring to every single situation, whether that be relationships, the workplace, or even with ourselves. But understanding our value goes so much more further than our external validation or achievement. It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-awareness and self-worth. It's about knowing that we are so valuable just because we exist, regardless of our achievements. I want you guys to think of value as kind of like a foundation in which we build our lives on. When we recognize and honor our own value, we start to set the stage for success, fulfillment, and personal growth. So before we proceed into the video, I want you guys to take a second and reflect on what value means to you. What are the qualities or attributes that you cherish the most about yourself? How are you able to contribute to the world in a meaningful way? And by answering just these questions, it kind of sets your foot already in of understanding your own value. Remember, value isn't something we need to prove to others or that we need to earn. We already have value. And by embracing our value, we are able to empower ourselves to live with confidence, authenticity, and even purpose. Moving on to the next part, which is self-reflection. I think self-reflection is super important as like a tool in understanding our value. It's about looking inward and kind of exploring our emotions and kind of gaining more clarity on who we are and what we value and what matters to us most. Said that really in a British way, didn't I? Matters. One way that I would suggest engaging through self-reflection is journaling. Like, I do a 5-minute journal every morning, just a gratitude journal. And it doesn't have to be every day, like it could be even once a week. All you would need to do is just jot down your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences. And there are tons of, starter questions online that could help you prompt your journal entries, such as like, what are my strengths and weaknesses, or what brings me joy and fulfillment, or like, what are my goals and aspirations. And if you continually journal, I think you will start to find like purpose and insight onto values that you may not have known that you had, really. So this here is my journal. It's literally just a simple little book, but I actually wanted to start this at the beginning of the year. So I have my dreams and aspirations that I've written down, who I am in 2024, for example, and I've written it down. And I said who I am, not who am I going to be, who I am. Because because you kind of want to talk like as if you already have those attributes now. Or like for 2024 non-negotiables. What will it feel like once I've achieved my goals? Or skills and hobbies for 2024. And I've got a more plus less list for 2024. And then I've written just a little paragraph on going into 2024 I am proud of. And then that's when my daily journal begins and I start to write every day. Another helpful exercise that I don't actually see a lot of people talking about is value inventory. I want you to take some time to kind of identify the core values that guide your life. And for example, these could be things such as compassion or integrity or honesty or even creativity. Once you've identified these values, kind of reflect on how they align with your choices and if you are currently living in alignment with your values. And if you aren't, it's okay, like that is completely fine. But what changes to your life do you think you could make that would help with the alignment? Self-reflection also means examining our past experiences and how these past experiences could have shaped us. Just take a step back and look at the challenges you've had to face and how they have kind of shaped you now. And what lessons have you learned from these challenges? Because these experiences don't only just demonstrate your strength and resilience, but also contribute to your overall value as a person. Finally, I need you to remember that self-reflection is an ongoing process. And as we evolve as a person, because we are constantly evolving and changing, so will our values. So be open to new perspectives and insights, and continue to invest in your personal growth and development. By engaging with regular self-reflection, you'll be able to deepen your understanding of your own value and cultivate a sense of self-awareness and authenticity. So pause the video and even 30 seconds, just self-reflect. Moving on to recognizing achievements. One of the most powerful ways that we can even understand and recognize our value is through celebrating our achievements. These accomplishments act as tangible evidence of our efforts and skills and contributions to the world around us. Start reflecting on your past achievements, whether they're small, whether they're big, and this could even include of academic success, personal goals, career milestones, or even moments of kindness that you've shown to other people, even yourself. And take pride in these achievements and acknowledge the hard work that you have put in and the dedication you have put in to accomplish them. I know it's easy to kind of downplay our achievements and dismiss them as insignificant, but it is crucial that we give ourselves credit where it's due. So celebrate your successes no matter how small they are. Even when you do your bed in the morning, girl, buy yourself something nice, or get yourself a nice coffee, anything, because when you do this, it kind of reminds you of your capabilities and your worth. It's also important to note that achievement comes in so many various forms, and yes, the traditional idea of an achievement is through promotions or academic awards, and while they are still worth celebrating, don't just overlook everyday victories, because these victories demonstrate your resilience and your creativity. Whether that might be I mastered a new skill, or you've overcome a setback, or even showing up for yourself or even others, because these moments actually contribute to your value as a person. And also share your achievements with other people. Not only does this allow you to celebrate your success with other people around you, but also inspires other people, because by sharing our achievements, we are able to kind of create a culture of encouragement and support that would uplift everyone around us. Moving on nicely is surrounding yourself with support. Having a support system is crucial for understanding and reinforcing value. And surrounding yourself with uplifting, encouraging, and engaging individuals that actually believe in you and are happy for you will significantly, drastically improve your self-confidence and your self-esteem. So first you want to start identifying the people that have actually been there for you, that encourage you. And you need to start investing into these relationships. And don't be afraid to lean into these people for guidance and support and encouragement. It's also so crucial that you are aware of the energy that you allow into your life. You need to be able to surround yourself with people that are able to uplift you and even inspire you. And you need to put distance between people that will take and drain your energy like little mosquitoes, or even undermine. And those people are just awful. They'll undermine your worth. They'll make you feel like all your achievements mean nothing. They're just awful. And also remember that you deserve to be surrounded by people that appreciate you. In addition to your personal connections, seek out communities and support networks that align with your interests and values. Whether it's like a hobby group or a professional organization, or even an online community like this one, connecting with like-minded individuals can provide a sense of belonging. Also, don't underestimate the power of self-support. Cultivate self-compassion and practice positive talk. Give yourself the same kindness and treatment that you would give to your friend in need. And by nurturing a supportive relationship with yourself, you will strengthen your sense of self-worth and resilience. And finally, to round off this section, just remember that support is a two-way street. Just as you benefit from support from other people, make sure that you also deliver that same support and encouragement to them. Celebrate the achievements of those around you. Even if they downplay it, celebrate it with them. Offer words of encouragement. Give them a listening ear. Because by cultivating a culture of support and kindness, we can all contribute to each other's well-being and growth. Overcoming imposter syndrome. Now, let me tell you, I could make a whole video on this, and I can if you want me to, because there is so much to say about imposter syndrome. So many of us actually go through imposter syndrome. It's such a common experience that can undermine our self-value, our self-worth. I feel like I said that, self-worth. It's that voice in our head that keeps telling us we're not good enough. And let me tell you, we all have our ups and downs. I mean, I had one maybe 2-3 weeks ago now. And it's that voice that keeps saying you don't deserve your achievements. Excuse me, what? But the truth is that imposter syndrome is literally a syndrome. It's not a reflection of reality. First step of overcoming imposter syndrome is realizing you're not alone. like I just said, I literally went through this like 2 weeks ago, crying in my bed at nighttime, and I literally snapped out of it. I went, what? Like, I literally, my mindset changed so quickly, and I think that's because I'm so grounded in my mindset at the moment. Yes, there's still work to be done, but I'm so grounded in it at the moment that I literally could have snapped out of it. I literally was like, hang on a minute, and then I wiped my tears, watched a show, and then I went to bed happy. Many successful individuals, from high achievers to actual professionals, struggle with this feeling. And by understanding that this is such a common experience for people, it allows you to normalize that kind of feeling and reduce its power over you. Your next challenge is tackling the negative beliefs that actually just fuel imposter syndrome. So, for example, what I did the other week was when I was like, I'm not good enough, I literally questioned myself. I went, okay, what evidence have you got that supports this? Why do you think this? Is there evidence that makes you think that, you know, I'm not good enough? And a lot of the time, I'll tell you now, is that the answer you're going to give yourself is based on fears and insecurities rather than your objective reality. This is why it is so important to practice self-compassion and kindness to yourself. Treat yourself with the same level of kindness that you would offer to your friend. Why wouldn't you? Remind yourself of your accomplishments and your hard work. Celebrate your successes. Acknowledge your strengths, girl. No matter how small they seem. I cannot elaborate that enough. And when you are facing imposter syndrome, don't keep that feeling bottled up. Like when I was crying in my room, I had my makeup on and I even filmed a video, like a small TikTok video on it. I went downstairs to my mum. I went, Mum, I'm not feeling 100%. Give me some words of encouragement. She did, in a very harsh way. And maybe that's why I come across harsh sometimes. But she gave it to me in a harsh way. But you know what? I still love her because it snapped me out of it as well. And hearing those outside perspectives can help challenge your beliefs. And my favourite phrase ever is fake it till you make it. Embrace that. Embrace fake it till you make it. Instead of waiting for those feelings to just disappear on its own, take action. Acknowledge them. Don't just pretend that they're not there. Acknowledge them. But continue with confidence. Remember, confidence isn't the absence of self-doubt. It's the ability to move forward despite it. By challenging imposter syndrome and recognizing your own worth, you can kind of break from that cycle of insecurity and self-doubt. Trust in your abilities. Celebrate your successes. And remember, you are deserving of all opportunities that come your way. Setting boundaries. I have done a whole video on this. Like I said, some of these topics I could talk about because they are that important. So if you want to know more about this topic, I have done a whole video on it, so feel free to watch that. I'm not making you, but feel free to. But setting boundaries is so critical for maintaining a healthy sense of self-worth and preserving your mental, emotional, physical well-being. Boundaries define the limits of acceptable behavior, whether that be in your relationships or your interaction with others, and it helps by ensuring that your values and needs are respected. So start to reflect on your life. Again, reflecting. So start to reflect on your life where you think you could, introduce these boundaries or where you should establish them. Now, this could be in your personal relationships or it could be in the workplace. Like you're working overtime and you're not getting respected. Even in self-care routines. I want you to pay attention to situations where you feel overwhelmed or stressed. Or even like in the workplace, taken advantage of. And I think these are very clear signs that, your boundaries kind of need to be reevaluated and set in place. And the thing is with boundaries, when you are asserting them to others, you cannot be, oh yeah, well, I kind of feel this way and I don't want you to say that. You need to make sure that your point is heard and that's the only way that you're going to set your boundaries, because people unfortunately don't always listen to when you say it in a nice way. I think also coming from someone that's always been a people pleaser, who's always been nice, who's always been very loving towards others, when you come across as a bit more harsh, it kind of has that impact as well. It makes the other person think, oh, she's being serious, she's not just joking around as usual. And I want you to remember that setting boundaries is not selfish. It is an act of self-respect and self-care, and it allows you to prioritize your own well-being. And even if it feels uncomfortable or difficult, just reinforce those boundaries. And it's normal for others to be pushing back on those boundaries and to be testing your limits, but it is important that you as an individual remain firm in your values, your beliefs, and your boundaries. Just remember that you are worthy of respect and consideration, and that it's okay to protect your boundaries, even if it means disappointing others. And even if people, seem to push back on your boundaries, remember that you, as an individual, you're not responsible for their reaction. The only thing you are responsible for is yourself. My family are being loud downstairs, so we're gonna have a bit of cake and wait for them to stop being loud. Focus on honoring your needs and values, and trust that the right people will respect your values and your boundaries. And you also need to be open to reevaluating your life. Relationships and life circumstances change over time, and which also means that your boundaries also need to be able to change. By placing these boundaries as well, you demonstrate not just to yourself, forget yourself for a second, you are demonstrating to others that you understand your value and your worth, and that you respect yourself enough. And just remember, you deserve to be treated with kindness, understanding, and respect. Let's move on to embracing a growth mindset. I feel like I should just make a whole video on this because, again, it's a whole topic I could talk about for hours and hours. And I will make a video on it. If you guys want me to, I can, because honestly, there's only so much I can say as it being a subsection in a video. So unlike a fixed mindset, which believes that your abilities are unchangeable and they're innate, a growth mindset recognizes your talents and abilities, and that they can be developed through dedication, skill, and effort. So challenges that you have faced or you're facing now, I want you to kind of change your perspective on them as an opportunity for growth and learning. And like, you know, the setbacks in your life and the limitations, don't think of them as like, oh, it's at the limit in my life and like I can't move forward from it. I need you to think differently. Look at them as a valuable learning experience that you yourself can develop from. And by embracing this mindset, you are able to approach future challenges with a more open mind, with resilience and optimism, and knowing that failure is not a reflection on your self-worth, but instead it's a stepping stone to the path of success. Cultivate that curiosity and hunger for learning, that want to know and get more is amazing. I think a lot of people think, oh, but I want more in life, I want more than this. And people think, oh, well, that's really bad. It's not bad. Who said it was bad? If anything, it pushes you. It makes you strive for more. It doesn't allow you just to sit in one place. I want you to be able to seek out opportunities and, experiences and even challenges. Seek them out. And because it's going to allow you to expand your skills and your knowledge. Even whether that's taking up a new hobby or learning a new language or even acquiring personal certifications. Like, you might even feel like, oh, well, I want to get a pilot's license one day. Oh, because investing in personal and professional growth not only enhances your value but also enriches your life. I need you to practice self-reflection and self-awareness. Identify areas for self-improvement and growth. I need you to be honest with yourself, forget anyone else, with yourself about your strengths and your weaknesses, and even go to other people and seek out feedback that will help and allow you to identify the blind spots that you can develop. Because to be honest, when we are looking at ourselves, we can't see everything. And when you receive criticism, don't think of it as a chance for you to blow your ego. Instead, turn it around, flip it around, and look at it as a way for growth, an opportunity for growth. Understand that setbacks and failures are actually just a part of a learning process, and that success will only derive from a failure. Instead of giving up when things get tough, use the setbacks as motivation and use it to redouble your efforts and move forward, push forward. And any little small accomplishment along the way, celebrate it. Recognize the growth and development you've achieved. Yes, you may not be at the final point and goal. You only might be over here. The start's here. You might only be here. So you are that much further than where you started, And celebrate that. By embracing a growth mindset, you are able to unlock your full potential and maximize your value. And you need to remember that also growth is a lifelong journey. It's not something that, okay, I'm going to give myself 3 months, I should be at my maximum capacity, and I don't need to develop anymore. Growth, you will be growing mentally and physically till the day you die. It is so crazy, even emotionally. Forget everything else, even emotionally. So, what have we learned in this video? Understanding your value is not just a one-time realization kind of thing. It is an ongoing journey of self-discovery, personal growth, and self-acceptance. And throughout this video, we have explored various aspects of recognizing and embracing your value in life. I love cake. This one's also cute because it's got pink and white sprinkles on it. But the journey does not end here. At the end of this video, the journey does not end. It's important to continue nurturing your sense of value and self-worth, even when you're faced with challenges and setbacks. This cake is really calling me and it's very hard for me to focus. Remember, your value is inherent and it doesn't depend on, external validation or achievements. You are simply worthy because you exist, okay? As you navigate your journey of self-discovery, remember to be kind to yourself and celebrate your successes. Surround yourself with individuals that support you and that inspire you and uplift you, and always be open to seeking guidance. And above everything else, embrace the process of self-improvement and growth. Your value does not lie in perfection, but instead it lies in the willingness to develop and grow. Every experience, challenge, setback is an opportunity for you to grow, and those setbacks help you become the best version of yourself. Before I end this video, I know I kind of disappeared for a while. I've just been so busy with uni work at the moment and it's coming to an end, so I've just been a little bit preoccupied. So I do try and film when I can and when I have time to, so at the moment it's been a little bit rocky, so I am really sorry. I will try to be putting more videos out, but until the end of April I will be a little bit busy. But don't fear, it's not like I'm gonna stop posting completely. I'm just gonna be posting less than I usually do, which is normally once per week. Maybe it might be, you know, once every couple weeks instead. But I do post on YouTube Shorts almost every day. So I just want to say quickly, thank you so much for joining me in this video, because it shows your willingness and determination to even put a foot in the right direction, which, you know, you should even just, you know, give yourself a pat on the back for, or, you know, eat some cake. And before I end the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, all that traditional stuff, and even share the video. Like, someone in your life may need this video as well, because like I said earlier on, is that it's not just a one-way street. You have to give back as well, and I'm sure that the other person would be really thankful. So together, let's continue to support each other, you know, help each other grow as a community, because that is what this page is all about. And until next time, just remember, you are valuable, you are worthy, and you have the power to create a life for yourself that is filled with meaning and purpose. I also want to quickly mention that I do want to also start to go to more haunted locations, so if you are interested in that, I would be down to do that with my little sister, because we've done 2 videos at haunted locations and I do love it. Again, it's just hard to be getting out and about with uni work at the moment, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Please take care. I love you all so much. You're all doing amazing. You're doing so well. Just remember that, and I love you all so much. Hugs and kisses, Hannah.